Welcome to the Off-Site Dirt Construction Series. Today we're talking about studs. Actually, the TSTUD with Mark Willey. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you again. I can't wait till you tell us about this little invention that you have.
Awesome. Well, it's great to be on Off-Site Dirt. And this shiny color is not the focus. The focus is this right here. We call that a thermal break. So what this really is a 2x6. We use them in all the projects, right? Whether it's coming down the factory line, or whether it's popping up in a neighborhood near you. But the difference between this one is you have an 1.5-inch break, so the cold's not going into the building during those cold winter times, right? And the heat's not coming into the building during those hot summer days. This is stopping it, allowing that place for the insulation to go. It's an easy fix. Why didn't we have this when we were younger?
I don't know, but I love that these innovation and these innovative products are coming about because we want to live healthier lives, right? We want to have homes, we want to have buildings that actually live for us. Having a product like this in the walls, obviously you talked about the energy use. Are there any other benefits to this type of design build?
Sure. So what we first experience is that comfort, and that directly correlates to your health, because if you're sitting in a place that's uncomfortable, there's also things that are happening with the building. So that comfort is, we call it in building science, the sweater of the building. It's what's protecting it. And gosh, you know, the dogs and cats in our houses, they know where it's most comfortable, but sometimes we have our favorite chair that's in the wrong spot. So let's enjoy the whole space of our home, our church, and our school.
I love that. So how do these systems work? Does, like, say somebody is interested in this product, Mark, and do you guys have a manufacturing plant? Are you local? Are you national? How is the company set up?
It's perfect. These days we're in Iowa, smack dab in the middle of the U.S. And most timber fiber, right, comes from, let's say, British Columbia or Maine. That happens to be where we have a lot of those trees. But the difference is, on that 2x6 and the 2x8, we're using 2x4s and 2x3s to make the 2x6 and 2x8. So you're getting more large pieces of wood, right, finished T-studs, out of smaller pieces of trees. That's sustainable, and that is what we enjoy.
You know, I love, Mark, talking to you because your background is always about sustainability. It's, you know, you're being a part of the Illinois Green Alliance. You're always looking for better ways to help us live.
Right.
What attracted you to TSTUD? Why did you feel like this was a company that you wanted to represent?
So it's really because our building stock and the buildings we need to build, right? They have to have an envelope, a shell that makes a difference. So we drive down operational carbon, operational energy. And what is that? That's our gas bill. That's our monthly cost of operating the structure. So if you could do it by the shell, wow, that's amazing. And so the T of TSTUD actually stands for thermal. I think that's just amazing. And so when we were growing up, we saw 2x4 walls, and they might have had fiberglass. But what happens is they increased to that 2x6. They didn't really increase for structure. They increased for insulation. So our walls tend to increase, so we're comfortable, right?
Yep.
So along come a 2x8 made of the 2x4. So a lot of times our 2x6s coming off the line and being built on site have added layers of insulation to the inside. Well, that's for continuous insulation. But if you have a 2x8, you're not adding more inches, but again, you're adding that 2.25-inch thermal break. Most buildings don't have 2.25 inches of insulation, right? That's amazing. So our friend has that quote, precision equals performance. Now imagine that wall going down the line in the factory and someone has to go and affix drywall to it, or sheathing, or cladding. Now you have that surface area to join the two sheets together. That precision equals more performance for every trade after. And we also know this, our mechanical, our electric, and our plumbing, no drilling, no coring, no boring.
That was so funny because I was going to ask you about that, because I think it's so interesting when you look at wall systems, right? Especially when the electrical goes through there. You know, maybe electrician may have one hole in one area and then it's lower in the other. They're penetrating that surface. Same thing happens. Can you have this product in like roof trusses or in those areas, or is it strictly just a wall system?
These are vertical wall studs.
Okay.
The future's coming. There's more there. And
that's
so,
exciting. Good.
Right.
I mean, you got to expand, right? You've got to look at where you can bring your product, and obviously you're having success in this area.
That's right. And if you think about it from the factory, how easy would that be for low voltage and everything to run right through?
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's so
right here.
easy. And then after that inspection happens and all the wires and tubes are where they need to be, wonderful. Blown in insulation, be it fiberglass or cellulose or sheep's wool or mineral wool, closed cell, open cell foam. I've seen it all, and it happens in a jiffy. It's just so great to see all these innovations in our industry.
I love it. So do these come in panels, or do they just come like, you know, pieces? How do you install this product?
Just like a 2x6 or a 2x8. Give it to the carpenters, give it to the framers, give it to the robots. It's cut, it's screwed, it's nailed, and the drywall and sheathing cladding goes on there like butter, just like we're used to it happening.
So obviously you're using this application for traditional, you know, application. Are you seeing this in the modular or volumetric world yet?
Yeah, that's what's neat is because of the speed of those lines, they require the structure to also be sound, right? Because we're coming off the factory line, and then it's going onto a truck. The truck is going down the road. Well, that added surface area is really important to the setting, the lifting, and the sight set, right?
Absolutely.
There's always a potential for a bumpy road, and there's always potential for drywall to really be tweaked a little bit. And that's because a regular 2x4 is 1.5 inches, and it's actually a little smaller than that. But the surface area on the one that you have is 2.5 inches, and the surface area on this is 3.5. So you're not going to have those same problems. We've also seen factories that have a couple 2x's built up because they know the pinch points, right? We learn from what's evolved. But with the product in front of you, that's not an issue anymore. You're using less material and you're getting more benefit.
I love it. You just have the latest dirt on Offsite Dirt with Mark Willey. Thank you, Mark, for being here.
Thank you.